Do you ever find yourself feeling like you're held back by things that have happened in the past? Are there moments that you replay in your mind, wishing you could go back and do things differently? Do you feel like the life you're living right now isn't quite aligned with what you truly desire? If any of these resonate with you, then you're in the right place for today's video titled 3 Steps to Overcoming Regret and Moving Forward, Letting Go of the Past. Throughout this video, we'll delve into not just the steps for overcoming regret and forging ahead, but also the potential obstacles you might encounter along the way. Stick with us till the end to gain valuable insight that'll help you leave the past behind, stride confidently into the future, and live the life you've always wanted. Before we start, please don't forget to give Luxo-Life some love. Let's get started. You know, one thing we all share as humans is that we can all feel pain. Whether it's a scraped knee or a broken heart, we've all been there, right? The fact is, though, that our responses to that grief are what truly make us unique. Experts have looked into this and they've found something interesting. It's been said that emotional anguish that refuses to go away indicates that we aren't developing as we need to. It's like we're stuck in a rut, unable to shake off that hurt and move forward with our lives. So what does this mean for us? Well, it means that dealing with pain isn't just about enduring it, it's about finding ways to heal and grow from it. It's about facing those emotions head on, learning from them, and using them to become stronger and wiser. Because at the end of the day, our ability to overcome pain and keep moving forward is what truly defines us as resilient human beings. These 3 stages will help you if you're attempting to move past an unpleasant experience but don't know where to begin. You must understand what regret means clearly. Ever had that feeling of wishing you could turn back time, like you're replaying a moment in your mind, wondering if things could have been different? That's regret, and it's something we all grapple with at some point in our lives. Regret isn't just about feeling sorry for something you've done. It's deeper than that. It's about recognizing that a choice you made or an action you took has led to consequences you wish you could change. It's that nagging feeling in your gut that things could have turned out better if only you had chosen differently. Understanding regret means taking a closer look at those feelings. It means acknowledging that what's done is done, but also recognizing the lessons we can learn from those experiences. It's about digging deep into our emotions, explaining why we feel the way we do, and what we can do to make peace with our past decisions. So when we say you must understand what regret means clearly, we're talking about more than just recognizing the word. We're talking about diving into the complexities of human emotions, facing them head-on, and finding a way to move forward with newfound wisdom and clarity. You must let go of magical thinking. Life is not a fairy tale. We don't have magic wands to wave away our problems or make everything instantly perfect. Yet sometimes we find ourselves clinging to the idea that things will magically work out if we just wish hard enough. That's what we call magical thinking. But here's the truth, relying on magical thinking only keeps us stuck in a fantasy world instead of facing reality head-on. It's like trying to build a castle in the sky when what we really need is a solid foundation on the ground. We have to let go of the idea that a miracle will swoop in and fix everything for us. Letting go of magical thinking means embracing the power of action instead of relying on wishful thinking. It's about taking responsibility for our own lives and making conscious choices that move us forward. Sure, it might not be as glamorous as waiting for a fairy godmother to appear, but it's far more effective in the long run. So when we say you must let go of magical thinking, we're encouraging you to face reality with courage and determination. It's about letting go of illusions and embracing the power you have to shape your own destiny. Because when we stop waiting for miracles and start taking action, that's when real change happens. You must live according to your values. Our values direct us toward the things that are most important to us in life and act as a compass. They're like the North Star, helping us navigate through the complexities of our choices and decisions. But sometimes we lose sight of these values amidst the chaos of everyday life, and that's when things start to feel off-kilter. Living according to your values isn't just about knowing what they are, it's about actively aligning your actions with them. It's about walking the talk, so to speak, and making choices that reflect what you truly believe in. Because when our actions are in line with our values, we feel more fulfilled and content with our lives. But living according to your values isn't always easy. Sometimes it means making tough decisions that go against the grain or stepping out of your comfort zone. It requires courage and resilience to stay true to yourself even when the world around you seems to pull you in different directions. So why is living according to your values so important? Well, for one, it gives your life a sense of purpose and meaning. When you're living in alignment with what matters most to you, every action you take feels like a step towards a greater goal. Moreover, living according to your values helps you build authentic connections with others. When you're true to yourself, you attract people who share similar values and beliefs, fostering deeper and more meaningful relationships. Ultimately, living according to your values is about living a life that's true to who you are. It's about honoring your inner compass and staying true to your principles, even when the going gets tough. So take some time to reflect on what truly matters to you, and let that guide your journey towards a more fulfilling and authentic life. Now that we've covered the 3 steps for moving on from the past, let's talk about some challenges you might encounter along the way. Number 1. Rumination. One big obstacle is when you keep going over past events in your mind, almost like you're stuck in a loop. This constant replaying of old memories can make it hard to focus on what's happening right now. It's like trying to drive forward while constantly looking in the rear-view mirror. You're bound to miss what's ahead of you. This kind of dwelling on past regrets can leave you feeling like you're stuck in one place, unable to move forward. The more you struggle, the more you sink, much like in quicksand. And when you're constantly mulling over what could have been, it's tough to take positive action towards growth and change. Number 2. Lack of skills. Another challenge you might run into is feeling unsure about how to put the suggested steps into action. It's like trying to follow a recipe without all the right ingredients. It can leave you feeling stuck and frustrated. You might grow what you want to do, but without the skills or know-how to make it happen, it can feel overwhelming. For some people, practicing mindfulness or aligning their actions with their values might be new territory. It's like learning to ride a bike. It takes time and practice to get the hang of it. But if you're feeling frustrated or overwhelmed, it's important to remember that it's okay to ask for help. Whether it's seeking guidance from a friend or finding resources online, there are plenty of ways to build the skills you need to move forward. And remember, progress doesn't happen overnight. It's okay to take things one step at a time and celebrate small victories along the way. Number 3. Shame and self-loathing. Then there's the emotional side of things. Feeling ashamed or down on yourself can really hold you back from making progress. It's like having a heavy weight on your shoulders that's hard to shake off. When you're stuck in a cycle of shame and self-loathing, it can feel like there's no way out, like you're trapped in a dark tunnel with no light at the end. These negative emotions often stem from past mistakes or perceived failures. Maybe you did something you regret or didn't live up to your own expectations. Whatever the cause, these feelings can make it challenging to cultivate self-compassion and move towards closure. It's like being stuck in a loop, replaying those moments over and over in your mind and never finding a way out. But here's the thing, you're not defined by your past mistakes. You're human just like everyone else, and that means you're allowed to make mistakes. It's okay to acknowledge your flaws and imperfections. They're what make you who you are. And remember, you have the power to change and grow from your experiences. And number 4, fear and discomfort. And let's not forget about fear. Stepping out of your comfort zone to make changes can be scary, but keep in mind that conquering your anxieties frequently starts with facing them. It's like diving into a cold pool. It might feel intimidating at first, but once you take the plunge, you realize it's not so bad after all. Despite these obstacles, it's important to remember that you're not alone. With patience, determination, and a little bit of support, you can work through these challenges and keep moving forward toward a brighter future. If you enjoyed today's video and found it helpful, please show Luxo-Life some love by giving us a thumbs up, sharing your thoughts in the comments section about your past experiences and how you're dealing with it, and don't forget to share the video with others too. If you're new to Luxo-Life, subscribe and hit that notification bell to stay updated. See you in the next video, Luxo lovers!